Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into what can only be described as a tale of two very different royal realities. We are looking at the absolute triumph of the Princess of Wales, Catherine, as she hosted her annual Christmas Carol concert. And we are also uncovering a major shakeup that Prince William is planning for the future of the monarchy. If you have been following the headlines, you know that this week has been nothing short of a revelation. On one side, we have what many are calling the absurdity of the Montecito madness, and on the other, the glorious, poised return of Princess Catherine to Westminster Abbey. Let's start with that incredible evening at the Abbey. It was, quite simply, a glow-up of royal proportions. While reports coming out of America suggest the Sussexes are busy with their own projects, some critics rather harshly describing them as crafting glue guns, Princess Catherine was delivering pure class in London. The Together at Christmas Carol service has become a staple of the royal calendar, but this year felt different. It felt heavier, yet more hopeful. The theme was explicitly about kindness and showing love to others, a message that resonates deeply given the year the princess herself has had. The setting was the magnificent, candlelit Westminster Abbey. The visuals were stunning. You had the future of the monarchy right there, front and center. Prince William, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis all in attendance supporting Catherine. It wasn't just a royal photo op, it was a statement of unity. The guest list was a fascinating mix that perfectly bridges the gap between celebrity sparkle and genuine heroism. You had A-list stars turning out to support the princess. Kate Winslett was there, looking lovely. And we saw Eugene Levy, who recently conducted that wonderful, candid interview with Prince William. Even Dame Mary Berry, our national treasure of baking, was present. But what truly makes Catherine the princess of the people is that she didn't just fill the room with celebrities. The Abbey was packed with 1,600 guests, and among them were the people who actually keep the country running. We are talking about Holocaust survivors, D-Day veterans, and young carers who sacrificed their childhoods to look after others. There were sea shanties sung, beautiful Bible readings, including one from Prince William himself delivered from the pulpit, and a mix of traditional carols and poems. It was a perfect blend of the old and the new. Catherine herself looked absolutely radiant, wearing a long, festive green coat that is sure to sell out instantly. But it wasn't about the fashion. It was about her demeanor. Despite her own cancer diagnosis this year, she was there, walking through the congregation, speaking directly to the Holocaust survivors, shaking hands and listening to people's stories. It was a masterclass in soft power. The message she wanted to convey this year was very specific. In a world that feels increasingly fragmented and disconnected, small acts of generosity and love can bring people and communities together. It was a beautiful sentiment, and seeing her standing there, healthy and smiling, was the Christmas gift the public wanted. Now, while Catherine is upholding the best of tradition, Prince William is looking to rewrite the rulebook. This brings us to the second major story we are covering today, the massive changes coming to the royal family's Christmas traditions. We've been hearing whispers about this for a while, but thanks to insights from that recent interview with Eugene Levy, the picture is becoming much clearer. William is signaling that he is ready to modernize the royal family significantly. He wants to strip away a lot of the pomp and circumstance that has defined the Windsors for generations. To be honest, this is a bit of a controversial move. Many royal watchers argue that the pomp is exactly what people want, the fairy tale element. But William seems to think that some of the specific rules at Sandringham, the Queen's estate where they spend Christmas, are just really, really weird. And when you look at the details, you can see why he might feel that way. Currently, Christmas at Sandringham is run like a military operation, with a precise schedule that hasn't changed in decades. For example, Christmas Eve dinner is a black tie event. Imagine that, putting on a tuxedo just to have dinner with your family the night before Christmas. There are seating plans strictly dictated by rank, and this obsession with rank extends to where people sleep. The rooms at Sandringham are arranged by status. The most senior members get the best rooms, while the lower-tier members of the family are basically housed in what used to be the servants' quarters, often far away from the dining room. This is where it gets personal for William. Take Zara Tindall, for instance. She's the daughter of Princess Anne, but she wasn't assigned an HRH title at birth. Because of this, under the current archaic rules, she is often the last person to enter the room and is quite low on the pecking order for accommodation. William absolutely adores Zara. They're incredibly close cousins. It reportedly bothers him to see her left at the back of the queue just because of a title technicality. He hates that practice. He wants a family gathering, not a formal state procession inside his own home. William is looking to introduce a more relaxed vibe, what insiders are calling the Middleton family vibe. He wants to get away from the stiffness. He even wants to look at the gift-giving traditions. You might know that the royals traditionally exchange naff gifts, cheap gag gifts. We've heard stories of a leather toilet seat being given or slippers with the late queen's face on them. While these are funny, William seems to want to overhaul the entire atmosphere to make it feel less like a regimented obligation and more like a normal family Christmas. So we're seeing a fascinating dynamic playing out. On one hand, you have Princess Catherine at Westminster Abbey executing a flawless, traditional, yet deeply touching public engagement that honors the history of the institution. On the other, you have Prince William behind the scenes, preparing to dismantle the stuffy, outdated rules that alienate the family members he loves. It's a balancing act between maintaining the mystique of the monarchy and making it survivable for the future. As we watch the royal family head to Sandringham this year, it will be interesting to see if any of these changes start to creep in immediately, or if we will have to wait until William takes the throne to see the full modernization take effect. But one thing is certain. Between Catherine's message of kindness and William's drive for change, the royal family is entering a new era. What do you think? Do you prefer the traditional pomp and black tie dinners, or do you agree with William that it's time for a Middleton-style Christmas? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.